That ring looks familiar. That is what the master jeweler said when I showed him a photo of my girlfriend's grandmother's heirloom. My response was simple. Well, it shouldn't be. I am Garrett, 30. Been dating Stella, 28, for 8 months. She works in real estate. I am in marketing. We met through a dating app and hit it off immediately. She is beautiful, successful, and seemed genuinely interested in building something real. From early on, I noticed this gorgeous diamond ring she wears on her right hand. Classic solitaire setting, probably 2 carats. Clearly expensive. When I asked about it, she got emotional. It was my grandmother's engagement ring, she said. She passed last year and left it to me. I wear it to feel close to her. I thought it was sweet and meaningful. We had been talking about moving in together, and I was ready to propose. I wanted to find something that would complement her grandmother's ring perfectly. Last Saturday, I went to Ashworth Fine Jewelry downtown, one of those high-end places. I brought a photo of Stella wearing the ring so they could help me match the style. The master jeweler, Mr. Ashworth, was this distinguished older gentleman who had probably been crafting rings for decades. I showed him the photo. I want to find something that complements this ring, I explained. It is a family heirloom, so I want whatever I choose to work beautifully with what she already wears. Mr. Ashworth put on his glasses and studied the photo carefully. He was quiet for a moment. This ring looks familiar, he said, almost to himself. Really, it has been in her family for generations. Her grandmother's engagement ring. Ah, he nodded, looking slightly puzzled. I must be mistaken. Sometimes similar designs can look alike. Let me show you some pieces that would complement this style. We spent over an hour looking at different options. Mr. Ashworth was professional and helpful, but I noticed he kept glancing back at the photo. As we were finishing up, his young apprentice Tommy came over, carrying some polishing cloths. Mr. Ashworth, should I start working on the Martinez setting? Tommy asked. Yes, please, Tommy. While you are here, could you grab the sizing tools from the back counter? Tommy nodded and reached across the counter. As he did, his eyes fell on the photo of Stella that was still sitting there. Huh, Tommy said, pausing. This looks exactly like that engagement ring we made a while back. I looked up. What do you mean? This setting. Tommy pointed at the photo. Same style, same proportions. We did a custom piece just like this. I remember because I helped with the final polishing and it was so beautiful. Mr. Ashworth frowned. Tommy, when was this? Maybe 8 months ago. The gentleman was so excited about proposing. His girlfriend came in for the fitting too. My stomach dropped. You are sure it was the same design, positive, custom solitaire, platinum setting, even the same prong style? I remember thinking how classic and elegant it was. Mr. Ashworth looked uncomfortable. Well, it is certainly possible for similar designs to exist. Classic solitaires aren't uncommon, but something in his expression told me this wasn't about similar designs. Tommy, I asked carefully, do you remember the customer's name? Tommy thought for a moment. Marcus something. Unusual last name. Really nice guy. The workshop felt like it was spinning, and his girlfriend came in. Yeah, for the sizing. They seemed so happy together. I stared at the photo of Stella. 8 months ago was exactly when we started dating. Mr. Ashworth cleared his throat. Sir, I hope you understand. We cannot discuss specific client details. Privacy policies, of course. I managed. I completely understand. I paid for a simple chain I didn't want and left the store feeling sick. Saturday in my car for 20 minutes, trying to process what I had just learned. Either Stella's grandmother's ring was an incredible coincidence, or my girlfriend had been lying to me about something fundamental since day one. That night, I looked at Stella across the dinner table. She was telling me about her day, playing with that ring the way she always did when she was thinking. That ring really is beautiful, I said casually. Your grandmother had amazing taste. She really did. Stella smiled sadly. I miss her so much. This ring makes me feel like she is still with me. I watched her tell that lie with such conviction that I almost believed it myself. After she left, I did something I had never done before. I started researching, found the jewelry store's website, their social media pages, anything that might show their recent work. Nothing on their public pages, but I noticed they mentioned having a portfolio for interested clients, so I created a fake email account and contacted them as someone interested in custom engagement rings. Within 2 days, I received a PDF portfolio of their recent work. Page 7 showed a photo that made my blood run cold. It was Stella, standing next to a man I had never seen before, both of them beaming with joy. She was showing off her ring. The ring she had told me was her dead grandmother's. The caption read, "Marcus and Stella, custom engagement ring, March 2024, March 2024. 2 months before we met. I am sitting here at 2 a.m. writing this because I cannot sleep. Tomorrow Stella's coming over for our Sunday brunch tradition. She will walk in wearing that ring. Probably tell me more stories about her grandmother. Maybe discuss our future together. But now I know the truth. That ring isn't a family heirloom. It is an engagement ring from another man. A man named Marcus, who exists somewhere in Stella's life. The question is, what happened to Marcus? Did they break up and she kept the ring? Is she still with him? Am I the rebound, or am I the side piece? Part of me wants to confront her directly. Part of me wants to find Marcus first and get his side of the story. But mostly, I want to understand how someone can lie so easily about something so significant. 8 months of relationship built on what might be a complete fabrication. 8 months of believing I was getting to know someone real. I am scared of what else might be fake. Update: just tried searching Marcus Stella engagement on Facebook. Found a profile that might be him. If it is, they look very much together in recent photos. I think I might be the other guy. Update 1: you guys were right about almost everything. The comments telling me to dig deeper probably saved me from making a huge mistake. What I found out this week is worse than just keeping an ex's ring. Thank you for all the support. To everyone asking why I didn't just ask Stella directly, I needed evidence first. Turns out that was the smart move. So after my last post, I spent Monday doing detective work. Started by searching every combination of Marcus and Stella I could think of on social media. Found him on the 3rd try. Marcus Williams, 32, owns some kind of consulting business downtown. His Facebook profile showed exactly what I was afraid of. Relationship status: in a relationship with Stella Martinez. Stella Martinez, not Rodriguez like she had told me. I scrolled through his photos. There was Stella at company parties, family gatherings, vacation shots going back over 2 years. Recent photos from just last month showed them at restaurants, hiking together, looking completely comfortable and happy. But here is what really got me. The photos were dated from times when Stella had told me she was busy with work or visiting family. 2 weeks ago, when she said she was showing houses to out-of-town clients all weekend, she was actually at Marcus's company retreat in Napa. Last month, when she told me her sister in Phoenix was sick and she needed to visit, she was at Marcus's brother's wedding. I have been living in a complete fantasy while she maintained her real life with him. Tuesday, I called in sick and drove to Marcus's office building. Wasn't sure what I was planning to do, but I needed to see him in person. Around lunchtime, he came out of the building, tall, well-dressed, exactly like his photos. He looked like a guy who had no idea his girlfriend was living a double life. I followed him to a sandwich shop 2 blocks away. He sat alone, spent most of lunch on his phone, looked completely normal. Part of me felt bad for him. He seemed as clueless as I had been. That evening, I did something that felt crazy but necessary. I texted Stella asking if she wanted to grab dinner Thursday night. Cannot. I have a client showing that will run late, she replied. Friday, working late on a big listing, rain check? Saturday, that works. Cannot wait to see you. Same pattern as before. Thursday and Friday, unavailable. Saturday free. I was starting to see the schedule she had created to manage both relationships. Wednesday night, I parked outside her apartment complex. Around 7 p.m., a BMW pulled into visitor parking. Marcus got out with flowers and takeout bags. He had a key to her apartment. They weren't broken up. They weren't taking a break. Marcus was her real boyfriend, probably her live-in boyfriend, and I was just the guy she saw on weekends. I sat in my car watching the windows of her apartment, seeing shadows move around inside. They were having dinner together, probably talking about their day, completely unaware that downstairs in the parking lot sat the other man in her life. Thursday morning, I made a decision that felt insane but necessary. I was going to meet Marcus, created a fake LinkedIn profile as a marketing consultant, sent him a message about potentially working together, asked if he wanted to meet for coffee Friday morning. He responded within hours, always interested in connecting with fellow entrepreneurs. Starbucks on 5th Street, 9 a.m. Friday morning. I sat across from Marcus Williams and shook the hand of the man whose girlfriend I had been dating for 8 months. "So tell me about your marketing background," Marcus said, pulling out his business card. "Actually," I said, my heart pounding, "I need to tell you something about Stella." His face changed immediately. "How do you know Stella?" "I have been dating her for 8 months. Marcus stared at me like I had spoken a foreign language. "Dating her? What do you mean dating her? Thursday nights, weekends, sometimes weekdays." "We have been together since April. That is impossible. Stella and I live together. We are engaged." I pulled out my phone and showed him photos of Stella and me from the past few weeks. His face went white. "When did you propose?" I asked. 6 months ago, March 15th. His voice was barely a whisper. "The ring with the platinum setting from Ashworth Fine Jewelry?" "How do you know about that?" I told him about the jewelry store, about Tommy recognizing the ring, about the portfolio photo. Marcus looked like he was going to be sick. "She told me it was her grandmother's ring," I said. "What?" Marcus's voice cracked. "She told you what?" "Family heirloom. Said her grandmother died last year and left it to her." Marcus ran his hands through his hair. "Her grandmother lives in Tampa. We visited her last month." We spent the next hour comparing stories. Every lie Stella had told me, every excuse for being unavailable, every detail about her fake family history. "What do you want to do?" Marcus asked finally. "I want her to face consequences," I said. "This isn't just cheating. This is fraud. She has been living 2 completely separate lives. She has been planning our wedding," Marcus said quietly. "Venue deposits, caterers, everything. Using my money while dating me and talking about our future together. We exchanged numbers and started planning. If Stella thought she could juggle 2 relationships indefinitely, she was about to learn what happens when both men find out the truth. Tomorrow night, she is supposed to have dinner with me. But first, she is having dinner with Marcus at their favorite restaurant downtown. I am going to make sure those 2 dinners become one very uncomfortable conversation. Sometimes the best way to handle a liar is to put them in a room where the truth cannot be avoided. Update. Marcus just texted me the restaurant details, 8 p.m. tomorrow at Meridian. He is going to propose to her again, publicly, just to see how she reacts. Then I am going to walk over and introduce myself. Update 2, sorry for the late update. Had to deal with police. Stella's complete meltdown, and the fact that the whole thing went viral. Yes, viral. I will explain. Friday night, Marcus and I executed our plan. He made dinner reservations at Meridian for 8 p.m. I booked a table across the restaurant for 7:45. I got there first, positioned myself where I could see their booth clearly. Marcus and Stella arrived right on time. She looked stunning, black dress, hair perfect, wearing that ring like nothing in the world was wrong. They seemed relaxed and happy. Marcus was playing his part perfectly, acting like everything was normal. Stella was animated, laughing, completely comfortable. Around 8:30, Marcus got down on one knee right there in the restaurant. The entire place went quiet. Other diners started taking pictures. Stella looked shocked, covering her mouth with her hands. "Stella Martinez," Marcus said loudly. "Will you marry me again?" That is when I walked over. "Sorry, I am late, honey," I said to Stella, loud enough for nearby tables to hear. Traffic was terrible. Stella's face went completely white. Marcus was still on one knee, but now he was grinning. "Garrett," Stella whispered, "what are you doing here?" "Having dinner with my girlfriend," I said calmly. "Who is this?" The restaurant was dead silent now. Everyone was staring. "This is Marcus," Stella said desperately. My cousin, from Dallas cousin. Marcus stood up, still holding the ring box. Stella, I think you are confused. I am your fiancé. Fiancé. I looked confused. But Stella, you told me you were single. We have been dating for 8 months. Other diners were pulling out their phones now. This was better than dinner theater. There is obviously some misunderstanding, Stella said, her voice shaking. Let me clear it up, I said. I pulled out Mr. Ashworth's business card. Funny thing about that ring you are wearing. The jeweler who made it told me an interesting story. Stella looked at the card like it was a death sentence. 6 months ago, Marcus spent $15,000 on a custom engagement ring for his girlfriend Stella Martinez. I showed Marcus my phone with photos of Stella and me. Meanwhile, Stella Rodriguez has been dating me, telling me that same ring belonged to her dead grandmother. Rodriguez? Marcus looked at Stella. Your name isn't Rodriguez, and your grandmother isn't dead, I added, according to Marcus here. You visited her last month. The entire restaurant was watching now. Servers had stopped serving. I could see phones recording from multiple tables. Stella started crying. I can explain everything. Please do, Marcus said coldly. Explain how you have been engaged to me while dating him. I was confused. Stella sobbed. I got scared about marriage, and I met Garrett, and I didn't know what to do. So you decided to do both, I said. Marcus held out his hand. Give me the ring. Marcus, please, the ring. Now, with shaking hands, Stella slipped off the ring and placed it in Marcus's palm. We are done, Marcus said simply. Pack your stuff and get out of my apartment. He turned to me. Sorry you got caught up in this. Man, you seem like a decent guy. Marcus left $300 on the table and walked out, leaving Stella crying in the booth. Garrett, please. She grabbed my arm. Let me explain. There is nothing to explain. You are not the person I thought you were. I left her there and went home. But that is not where the story ends. Saturday morning, I woke up to dozens of text messages. Apparently, someone at the restaurant had posted the video to TikTok, and it was going viral. Girl gets exposed for dating 2 guys at restaurant. Had 3 million views and climbing. The comments were brutal. This is what happens when you try to have your cake and eat it too. Both these men handled this perfectly. She really thought she could keep this up forever by Sunday. The video was on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. Stella's face was plastered across social media as the poster child for relationship fraud. Monday, I got a call from Marcus. You need to see something. He sent me screenshots from a group chat Stella had started with her girlfriends after the restaurant disaster. Both my boyfriends found out about each other. They planned this together. My life is ruined. What do I do? Her friends were not sympathetic. Wait, you were dating 2 guys this whole time? Stella, that is psychotic. How did you think this would end? The best part was Stella's last message. I just need time to figure out who I actually want to be with. Even after being publicly humiliated, she still thought she could choose between us. Tuesday, I learned Stella had been fired. Her real estate broker saw the viral video and decided someone capable of that level of deception wasn't suitable for client relationships. Marcus texted me Wednesday. She has been calling non-stop, showing up at my office. I had to get a restraining order. Yesterday, I got a message from an unknown number. This is Stella's roommate. She moved out yesterday. Thought you should know she has been asking about you. As for me, I am doing surprisingly well. 8 months of my life were built on lies. But at least I found out before proposing to someone who doesn't exist. Marcus and I have actually become friends. We are planning to go to a baseball game next week. Turns out we have a lot in common besides being conned by the same woman. Most importantly, I learned to trust evidence over explanations. When a jeweler tells you a ring has a different history than what you have been told, believe the receipts. Stella gambled everything on being able to manage 2 relationships indefinitely. She lost her job, her home, both relationships, and her reputation in one weekend. Sometimes karma doesn't wait for the universe to handle things. Sometimes it shows up at your favorite restaurant with business cards and photo evidence. Update: the TikTok video just hit 5 million views. Stella apparently tried to get it taken down for privacy violations, but the internet doesn't forget. Someone told me she moved back to Tampa. Guess she is finally visiting that grandmother who wasn't dead after all. Final update 3 months later, and I figured you guys deserved closure on this whole mess. The viral fame has died down, but the consequences for Stella are still ongoing. And honestly, my life has never been better. First, thank you to everyone who followed this story. Your comments helped me realize how dodged a bullet this situation really was. The viral video peaked at 7 million views across all platforms before TikTok finally took it down. But not before it had been reposted everywhere else. Stella became an internet meme for about 2 weeks. Engagement ring girl, or two-boyfriend lady. Her attempts at damage control were painful to watch. She posted a long Instagram story about being confused about her feelings and making mistakes while figuring out what she wanted. The comments section destroyed her. She ended up deleting all her social media accounts and moving back to Tampa with her very much alive grandmother. Marcus and I stayed friends, which is the weirdest positive outcome of this whole thing. We grab beers regularly now and laugh about how we both got played by the same person. He is dating someone new, a teacher named Sarah who apparently only dates one person at a time. About 6 weeks ago, I started dating Maya, a veterinarian I met rock climbing. She thinks the whole Stella situation is hilarious rather than threatening. "You survived dating a sociopath," Maya said when I told her the story. "Everything else should be easy." She is right. After Stella's level of deception, normal relationship challenges feel manageable. Different opinions about weekend plans. We discuss it. Miscommunication about dinner. We clarify. Maya tells consistent stories. Her jewelry actually belongs to her, and when she says she is visiting family, she is actually visiting family. Revolutionary concepts. Last month, I got an unexpected call from Mr. Ashworth at the jewelry store. "I wanted to apologize," he said. "I should have trusted my instincts when I first saw that ring. I knew something wasn't right. You couldn't have known the full situation," I told him. "Still, I am glad Tommy spoke up when he did. That young man might have saved you from making a terrible mistake. Mr. Ashworth offered me a significant discount if I ever need an engagement ring in the future. For someone who will actually appreciate it," he said. "The weirdest part of this whole experience is how it changed my perspective on trust. I used to think trust meant believing everything someone told me. Now I understand that real trust is built on consistency over time, not just convincing stories. Stella was great at stories, but she couldn't maintain consistency across 8 months of lies to 2 different people. 2 weeks ago, I got a LinkedIn message from Stella, professional sounding, asking if we could talk because she wanted to clear the air and take responsibility for her actions. I didn't respond. Some apologies come too late to matter. Maya and I are planning a weekend trip to Colorado next month. She is excited about hiking. I'm excited about being with someone whose stories actually check out. Yesterday, Maya jokingly suggested we visit Mr. Ashworth's jewelry store someday. "I want to meet the man who saved you from marrying a fraud," she said. "It is way too early to be thinking about rings." I laughed. "I am not thinking about rings." Maya grinned. "I am thinking about how I want to thank Tommy for having a good memory. I think I am going to keep this one." The ring Stella wore was never about love or commitment. It was a prop in a performance. The real question isn't why she lied. It is how long she thought she could keep performing. Answer: not long enough. Thanks for following this journey, Reddit. Your support helped me realize that being deceived by a professional doesn't make you naive. It makes you human. And being human is still better than being someone who needs to destroy others to feel loved. Update: Maya and I just booked the Colorado trip. First time in months, I am planning a future with someone whose stories I don't need to verify. Feels pretty good.